What's going on, everybody? My name is Albert and I'm from basketballtraders.store. So today we're going to be talking about how the current Pokemon printing process is affecting booster box prices right now and why I think that they're going to keep affecting them in the near future. And keyword, near. Not forever, just near. Alright, so before we get started, we have to understand how the Pokemon printing process works, right? So let's start off from scratch. Imagine Pokemon releases a brand new set. Let's take Phantasmal Flames, for example, right? So Phantasmal Flames was released November 2025. So this past November, everybody went crazy for it, and now it's actually going down a little bit in price because the market is getting oversaturated with it, right? People are going on to Destined Heroes, whatever, next big thing, right? But Pokemon released Phantasmal Flames in November. That means that Phantasmal Flames has a 12 to 18 month production period. That means that Phantasmal Flames will be printed for 12 to 18 months. Now you might be asking, hey Albert, no, that's not right, because I've been told that these sets, they're gonna be there for 2 years. They run to, they're a competitive play or whatever for 2 years. Well, that's true. But the thing is, Pokemon's not printing these sets for the whole 2 years, because sometimes these sets go a little bit over 2 years that they are in competitive play, right? And Pokemon would be crazy to do that. They wouldn't print out, if they did that, they would constantly be printing 12 to 15 different sets at the same time. Guys, Pokemon can barely print out the newest set right now. What makes you guys think that Pokemon will literally take on that much work and that much responsibility? Now, I'm not saying that it's going to stay like this forever, because I do know that, we all know that we have new Pokemon printing facilities that are being opened up, right? From what I see, they're not going to go into effect until the end of 2027, the beginning of 2028, right? Now, what does that mean for products that are out right now? For booster boxes that are out right now? That just means that it makes a lot of sense on why Destined Rivals booster boxes are going up so high. Guys, somebody knows out there how Pokemon works. Somebody knows that Destined Rivals booster boxes are probably not going to be printed out that much. And let me give you a couple of reasons on why I believe that, and why I think that the Pokemon Company is just not prioritizing booster boxes right now. The Pokemon Company wants to get product out to the masses. So they're doing everything that they can do right now to ramp up printing so they can get product back to big retailers, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, at MSRP and into the hands of consumers. Let's look at why Pokemon needs booster boxes to stay here, right? Why we are not getting completely rid of booster boxes. We're just not focusing on them right now. So booster boxes are huge for wholesaling events, right? So for wholesaling purposes, they're a really good way to pack 36 packs into a box and to ship them out, right? Booster boxes have always been a staple for the competitive play as well. So they're essential to like drafting and to the competitive play side of the Pokemon trading card game, right? And now booster boxes have become a huge main item for collectors and for investors such as ourselves. And Pokemon sees that. Pokemon realizes that we are actually boosting up the hobby a lot higher than what it actually was before. And they want to capitalize on that. But they're just not doing it right now, right? That's why they're getting new printing facilities. I mean, the printing facilities are technically there to restock all the big retail stores, right? They want shelves to be stocked up all the time of Pokemon. But the thing is, these big printing facilities are probably not going to affect any Scarlet or Violet sets or any, I'm not going to say any Mega Evolution sets because I'm not quite sure. They might affect Descended Heroes, but I don't think that they're going to affect anything past Phantasmal Flames. All right, so what sets do I believe are not going to be affected by the new printing facilities? Let's go down the list. So we got Scarlet and Violet base set, we got Paldea Evolved, we got Obsidian Flames, we got Paradox Rift, we got Pokemon 151, Paldean Fates, Temporal Forces, Twilight Masquerade, Stellar Crown, Surging Sparks, Prismatic Evolutions, Destined Rivals, and Phantasmal Flames. And also Mega Evolution and Black Bolt White Flare as well. These are the sets that Pokemon is prioritizing, so they can actually focus on throwing it out there, getting the last wave cycles going. The thing about it is that, just like I said before, the majority of those sets, well, at least the start of those sets, are actually not being printed anymore. So what Pokemon does is that they release typically 3 waves whenever a Pokemon set is being printed. So wave 1 is usually released to LGSs at release date. Wave 2 is usually 1 month to 3 months after release date. Wave 3 is usually 3 months to 6 months after release date. Now, on-demand products like Evolving Skies, like Prismatic Evolutions, like Destined Rivals, they will get extra reprints, but they're probably going to be thrown at LGSs within the year or a year and a half. And even if it comes down to the last portion of those 2 years, guys, these boxes haven't been printed right away. You know, they've been staying at warehouses for a very long time, right? And a lot of people don't seem to know this. This is called the warehousing effect. So what this is, it explains why you only see restocks 7 to 8 months after printing has actually already stopped. What distributors actually do is called the warehousing effect. Now, what this is that distributors don't release all of their product as soon as the product's released. They usually keep around 10 to 15% of the product in what's called like a safety stock in their warehouse. What this means is that they usually use this product for like emergency orders for like their local LGSs, their local game stores, and they keep that good relationship between them, which makes a lot of sense. But to a regular person like you and I, this might look like a complete restock because it's coming 7 to 8 months after the printing has actually stopped. So, do you guys get what I'm saying? Now, what does this mean for actually investing and collecting? Well, I think that booster boxes are actually going to keep going up in price. Not only because we're not getting so much of them, but because people are starting to realize this. Guys, somebody had to know about Destined Rivals, and they went out and they said, hey, look, this is how Pokemon usually works, and we're going to go get a bunch of Destined Rivals because this is the best set of the Scarlet and Violet era. And honestly, guys, that's completely probably what happened. Now, will it keep going up in a straight line? Probably not. What I think is going to happen with Destined Rivals is that we're going to get a small supply let up again. Kind of like what happened with Surging Sparks recently. They put on the Pokemon Center, they put Surging Sparks booster boxes as a bundle that people could get. I think they're going to do that with Destined Rivals as well. I don't think it's going to affect supply. I don't think it's going to affect demand, because the thing is, guys, we're just not focusing on booster boxes. We might get a lot of Destined Rivals in the future. I just don't think that the booster boxes are the Pokemon's primary objective right now. Now, that's going to completely change once the new printing facilities are completely up and running, but that's not going to be for a couple of years, guys. The Pokemon demand for booster boxes is going to continue and going to continue. Now, what do I think that you guys should get right now? I'm looking at Phantasmal Flames booster boxes. I'm looking at Surging Sparks. I'm looking at Destined Rivals, but I think that there might be a little dip. So just, you know, don't quote me on Destined Rivals, right? But those are the boxes that I'm looking at, and this is a big thing, because this is going to keep pushing the Pokemon market up. But the thing about it is that even though these booster box prices are going to keep going higher and higher and higher, guys, this has to stop at one point. I think that we're going to get more product. I think that booster boxes are going to start being printed again and again and again and over and over and over again, because we're going to have a lot of printing facilities out there that are not going to be working and up and running for Pokemon. But what I don't think is going to happen is I don't think that we're going to get a huge amount of booster boxes for Scarlet and Violet. I don't think that we're going to get a huge amount of booster boxes up to Phantasmal Flames. So do what you will with that information. That's just me giving you guys a little bit of an insight. Now, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for my next video. And also, I did get Mega Dream in. Please go look at it on my site. It's for $89, guys. That's the lowest. It's coming from Florida straight to you in the United States, right? So go get Mega Dream. Don't buy me out. We need Pokemon cards for everyone. And until next time. Bye, guys.